Hello everyone, welcome back to Pride Reviews. Today we have some of the latest released LGBTQ movies on our list. Some is already released, but for some, we still have to wait for it yet to come on streaming platform. I've already made a video previously about which new movies got released in August 2024. Do check that out as well. I'll put the link above, or you can check the description links. Before we begin, if you are new to our channel, make sure to hit subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest contents.
Is there hope for more positive relationships to forge between these two groups of people in real life? Mysterious Ways is a movie, but it's an interesting take on some very real-life issues that the queer community continues to grapple with in our modern society. Mysterious Ways tells the powerful and courageous story of Peter, Richard Short, the tragedy of Macbeth, and Jason, newcomer Nick Afoa, who become torn between faith and their love for each other. Peter, a white vicar in a small New Zealand town, wants to marry his Samoan boyfriend Jason in church, but when word gets out it scandalizes the devout local community and unleashes a media storm that tests the couple's relationship to the limit. I wish you all the best. Based on Mason Deaver's novel, the film follows Ben DeBacker, a non-binary teen who is thrown out of their house and forced to move in with their estranged older sister, Hannah, and her husband, Thomas. Struggling with anxiety, they come out only to Hannah, Thomas, and their art teacher, Ms. Lyons, while trying to keep a low profile at their new school. Ben's attempts to survive junior year unnoticed are thwarted when Nathan, a funny and charismatic student, decides to take Ben under his wing. With the help of Nathan and his friends Sophie and Mel, Ben discovers themselves, and what started as a disastrous turn of events looks like it might just be a chance to start a happier new life. Oneness is a 2024 Manipuri movie directed by Priya Kantalashram. It is the first gay-themed movie of Manipur, Northeast India. It is the first mainstream Manipuri movie to deal with same-sex relationships and sexual identity. This film tells the tragic story of a boy named Ivan Martin who was killed by one of his family members because of his sexual orientation. Desire Lines is a hybrid feature documentary that blends personal interviews, archival materials, and narrative fiction as a framework for exploring the complicated and often unwritten history of transmasculine sexuality. Past and present collide when an Iranian-American transman portals through the LGBTQ+ archive on a dizzying and the quest to unravel his own desires. This hybrid documentary is a tender love letter to the gay transmasculine community and the legacy that Lou Sullivan, and many unnamed others like him, left behind. Viet and Nam is a 2024 Vietnamese-Filipino romantic drama is about two coal miners who were lovers, dreaming for better life by escaping their lives until a doomed future parts them. Unfortunately, the film was banned in Vietnam. The film had its world premiere at the Uncertain Regard section of the 2024 Cannes Film Festival, where it was nominated for the Queer Palm. In the underground coal mines, Nam and Viet, young miners, face danger and darkness. One prepares to leave for a new life, but they must find Nam's father's remains, a soldier lost in a faraway forest, retracing the past through memories. A bold and atmospheric queer romance about two coal miners. You need to check this one out. The Mattachine Family is an American comedy drama film directed by Andy Valentine. The film stars Nico Tortorella and Juan Pablo Di Pace as Thomas and Oscar, a gay couple who have spent a year as foster parent to a 6-year-old boy whose mother was in jail. However, when she is released and regains custody of her son, Thomas and Oscar are forced to confront their very different visions for what they want out of life when they find themselves in disagreement on whether to pursue true parenthood. Lovely, thoughtful, romantic, and real, The Mattachine Family follows a gay couple at a crossroads relatable to anyone. Throuple is a new comedy gay-themed movie directed by Grayson Horst. Lonely gay singer-songwriter learns how to ask for what he wants in life through a newfound romance with an honest and communicative married couple. All the while, he fears he is losing his best friend to her girlfriend. I have absolutely adored the first movie simply because it was quite relatable to modern-day relationships, be it hetero or queer, the core was same. Even though Mascarpone ended in a cliffhanger, keeping the option open for Antonio and Luca to get back, but also left the ending open for everyone to give their own conclusion. But then came the sequel. 3 years after the death of Dennis, the friend who brought them together, Antonio and Luca cross paths again. Antonio has become a successful pastry chef and workaholic. Luca, on the other hand, has met Tancredi, a worker in a group home for LGBTQ+ young people, who has helped him overcome a complex phase in his life. When the two meet again, Antonio, whose love life is struggling to take off, realizes he feels something important for Luca and proposes that they take over together the family bakery that his friend has been forced to sell. An adventure that has as its ultimate goal the reconquest of Luca. Although Christina, the historical friend, is skeptical, Antonio tries to sabotage Luca's relationship, convinced that the past has returned to help them. Will this really be the case? Or is it just an illusion? Queer is an upcoming historical romance drama film directed by Luca Guadagnino from a screenplay by Justin Kuritzkes, based on the 1985 novel by William S. Burroughs. Set in 1940s Mexico City, starring Daniel Craig and Drew Starkey. 1950, William Lee, an American expat in Mexico City in his early 50s, spends his days almost entirely alone, except for a few contacts with other members of the small American community. His encounter with Eugene Allerton, a young student new to the city, shows him, for the first time, that it might be finally possible to establish an intimate connection with somebody. I don't understand you. Twisted queer comedy, two dads-to-be plan an exotic anniversary trip, misinterpreting cultural differences in ways that could seriously jeopardize their adoption plans. An American couple, on the verge of adopting a baby, goes on an Italian vacation, an opportunity to reconnect before the new addition arrives. Everything is picture-perfect, the epitome of a European baby moon, when things begin to spiral out of control. On the way to dinner, they get their rental car stuck in a ditch and are stranded in rural nowhere in a downpour. These two Americans, who are used to being catered to, are now in a foreign land without service, an Italian language comprehension of about zero, and clear relationship turmoil that could explode at any minute. Fear obviously takes over.